Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. An XRP whale is holding strong through the volatility, risking millions of dollars. This particular whale has literally 40 million XRP. Can you imagine having that much? Like, what's that going to mean when XRP gets back to $1, or 2, or 3, or 4, or 5? It's pure insanity. Jeez. Like, if I feel like if we're having trouble sleeping at night, not that I personally, but if people in general are having trouble sleeping at night with the volatility, what must it be like for this guy? Well, I kind of presume for someone like this, with this kind of money, they probably understand a bit about how markets work and probably sleep pretty easy, to be honest. But it's just funny what every penny must be worth. Every time XRP goes down 1 penny, it's just an insane amount of money. So I want to share with you some of the specifics of that because there's a story from you today on this. And he's got a bunch of other cryptos as well. It's let's just say this person doesn't need to invest ever again. This person's already just fine, right? So anyway, I'll share with you that. And then also I came across another bottom indicator for global crypto markets that I haven't shared on this channel before, so I thought I'd talk about it a little bit. But before going any further, I do want to be clear. I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun, damn it. Now, as I record this video, this latest Moon Lambeau hot jam, markets are up a bit. XRP's hanging out around 32 cents. Bitcoin's back up above $20,000. It's at $20,240. Market cap for the asset class, $925 billion, and Bitcoin dominance moving sideways, still at 41.72%. And here's the crypto fear and greed index at the highest level I've seen it in recent memory, anyway, recent history. It's at 19 out of 100. And don't forget, just within the last couple weeks or so, it was down at 6 out of 100, which is the second lowest it's ever been. The lowest it's ever been was 5 out of 100, and I believe that was in October of 2019, if memory serves anyway. But not surprising to see it move up a bit. I kind of wasn't expecting it to move up that much because, I mean, I guess people are just getting used to, what, $20,000 Bitcoin, and now it feels better, I guess, because of reasons. Volatility is crazy. But look, I know that volatility can be scary to people, but the purpose of investing is volatility. Think about it. If there were an asset that would never change in price, that would not be investing, right? You could call it a store of wealth, I suppose. But if it's literally not going to move, what the hell's the point? And that's why I keep saying, like, there is so much opportunity in crypto markets. I'm not the least bit turned off by the fact that markets happen to be down right now. I don't care. There's so much opportunity here, and it will be life-changing for so many people. This is the best way for the everyday person to truly achieve life-changing wealth. I firmly believe that. And I don't think that most people will because they're not mentally equipped to handle this type of volatility. There's all sorts of people getting in and out of positions. A lot of people are also making mistakes like investing more than they can actually afford to lose, and that would make it that much harder to sleep at night, I would imagine. Which is why, for me, I only invest what I'm willing to lose in case I'm completely wrong about where I think crypto is going, right? But anyway, so check out this article from you today. 18.8 million Dogecoin bought by whale with 40 million XRP. A large BNB whale, Martian Manhunter, ranked 71st according to Whale Stats and holds 40 million XRP, has just bought 18.8 million Doge valued at $1.25 million. The whale also bought a few other altcoins in separate transactions, among which was the purchase of 11.9 million Matic worth 5.6 million. And then there's a tweet on the screen sharing as much. Aside from owning 40 million XRP valued at $12.4 million, the anonymous buyer also owns 25 million Cardano, or $11.1 million worth. Also holds, 30 million Tron and 350,000 Link tokens. This is insane. Yeah, that's why I was saying at the beginning of the video, like, this individual doesn't even have to invest, but still. My gosh, an already wealthy individual is going to have absurd wealth in the future as a result of all of this, I would imagine anyway. Because look, this stuff, it's not going away, and I know a lot of people think that this is the come to Jesus moment where the market finally is going to get a bit more rational, and the projects that don't actually do anything, they're going to go extinct. And I'm not saying that can't happen at this moment in time, but I am saying I don't see any evidence of that. So I don't believe at this particular moment that it's reasonable to think that's what's going on right now, which means all of these coins that are down right now, I would think all of them would recover to some degree at some point in the future. And at some point, I still do believe that there is going to be an alt season. But man, 40 freaking million XRP. I wonder how long this individual has had that, because just think back to like even April of last year when XRP was worth $2. My gosh. But again, like I said, I still have a feeling that this individual probably not exactly losing sleep at night. Now, as far as where we're at right now, I want to share with you yet another bottom indicator. And fine, if we're not literally at the bottom of this market cycle, it does look, it's just another thing to look at, and it just looks like we're super duper close. And with the only caveat being here from my perspective is that with the craziness of global financial markets, not just crypto, and the tumultuous times that we're in, I mean, if you just look on a macro scale, things are the worst they've been ever during the time that Bitcoin and crypto has existed. This is the worst that things have ever been, for sure. So to me, that's a wild card as a result, meaning that even though I suspect that we've already seen the bottom or we're very close, if something wacky happens on a global scale, I do think that could push equities lower and crypto. So you could see a massive capitulation way lower than where it is now, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Anyway, this piece from the Daily Hodl is titled, Bitcoin flashing major bottom signal, according to economist Alex Kruger. But there's a catch. A widely tracked economist says that Bitcoin is flashing a signal that has historically marked the bottom not only for Bitcoin, but for all asset classes as well. Alex Kruger tells his 139,200 Twitter followers that he's closely watching the aggregated volume of Bitcoin, which covers both spot and perpetual markets across all exchanges. According to The Economist, many Bitcoin investors likely capitulated weeks ago after the aggregated volume of Bitcoin printed a new all-time high. So check out this quote from him. Because again, if you just look at history, this has been very important. And the quote is as follows. As a general rule, trading volume is the highest when markets capitulate, and such capitulation creates major bottoms. This weekly chart includes the aggregated Bitcoin volume for most Bitcoin pairs, which would be spot and perpetuals across exchanges. Volume hit its all-time high 2 weeks ago, end quote. So think about that. All-time high. And it is people getting out and presumably over-leveraged people getting stopped out, and that cascades on down. More stop losses get hit, right? So presumably that was something, but that's why the volume spiked. And again, he says here, volume hit its all-time high 2 weeks ago. So, where do you think we are right now? Maybe we have seen the bottom, and again, if not, we got to be pretty darn close. And piece continues. Kruger also says that in the last 2 years, Bitcoin bottomed out after its volume skyrocketed to record highs. And here's another quote from him. The week of March 12th, 2020, which is the 2020 bottom, has the second highest volume ever. The week of May 19th, 2021 was the third. The week of June 21st, 2021, which was the 2021 bottom, was the fourth highest volume ever. The week of May 9th, 2022, the Luna Apocalypse, was the fifth in terms of volume. That's the quote. So every time you see this indicator, it marks a local volume. And again, this is the greatest volume in history, like literally in history. So to me, it just doesn't make a damn bit of sense to be fearful. Things are going to be going up. So even if we're mostly going to be trading sideways for much of the summer, it's months of trading sideways, a little bit down, a little bit up, yada, yada. Okay, fine. I don't mind it. At some point, inevitably in the future, XRP and everything else is going to be worth way, way, way more than it is today. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.